So we were replacing the thermostat while we were in there. I don't know who installed this one, but holy RTV.
Yeah, that's not supposed to do that.
Alright, we got this big boat into the garage. Had to use the parking brake since we brought it into the garage to work on the brakes. But it just barely fits too. It's all the way against the door and it has that much room up front. This is a big car. But we got new fan blade installed, new water pump, new thermostat, 4 new belts, new battery, fired right up, runs like a champ. The ticking isn't too bad. We're gonna run some engine flush through it and then put some clean oil in it with some lifter tick additive. This stuff right here, engine treatment. So we'll flush it, put clean oil with that in it. Once I get it on the road, then I'll run a fuel system cleaner through it. She's getting there. She's getting there. So we got 3 out of the 4 brakes done. In my infinite wisdom, I managed to buy 1 rear brake hose instead of 2, so I overnighted one on Amazon so that we can finish it up tomorrow. But hopefully tomorrow it will be reliable enough to actually take it out and see how well everything is doing with the brakes and the old sticking throttle. And yeah, if things look good, then we'll go ahead and knock out the flush and that engine treatment. Next on the agenda will probably be to replace this windshield. Cracked from there all the way down here. Looks like it got hit with like a softball or something. Yeah, the seats are probably just gonna stay ripped. I mean, honestly, I'm really worried that if I put too much into this car, it'll be a money pit that I'll never recoup from. So we'll just try and get it reliable and see if somebody wants to pick up where I leave off. I'll gladly sell it for, you know, a really good price. Basically, I'll even sell it for whatever I have in it and consider all the hours of labor for free. You know, I want it to go to a good home. Hopefully somebody will put a VIP suspension inside it and get the paint work done. I mean, I could get a Mako paint job, but I would rather that somebody who wants the car long-term, you know, actually gets a quality paint job put on it. That would be ideal. So, yeah, we'll see how things go tomorrow. So if you're doing brake pads and you notice that one side of the pad is worn less or more, just like in this situation, you've got a nice thick pad over here and then it's worn farther down over here. The indication is when that happens, your slide pins are probably seized up. So the piston is pushing down on this side more than it was over here. Over here, it's probably just pretty much frozen in place. So your braking is not going to be as good like that because you're not going to get the full force from both pistons. So just something to keep in mind when you're looking at your brake pads. In the case of this car, we went ahead and pulled the slide pins out on all 4 corners and gave them a little bit of a cleanup and some grease to get them all moving properly again. So at this point we got the brakes all finished up and they're working properly. They feel pretty good. And then we went ahead and did the engine flush and then put some clean oil with the with that additive. That's good for when you have the kind of ticky lifter. Quiet, smooth. The tick was pretty well gone before we even did that. So pretty happy that that just cleaned itself up. And tomorrow we'll get the tie rod ends in and go from there.